I wholeheartedly agree with Donald Trump about how it was very out of line for Chelsea Manning or Bradley Manning or whatever you want to call him or her or whatever you want to call the person that was charged with leaking all the secrets and info, and he or she or whatever it is in prison and is going to get out, I believe, sometime in March or May. President Obama just gave her a big relief of her sentence. I heard Edward Snowden was one of the people that said, President Obama, I heard that Chelsea Manning has tried to take her life before or something, and said, so it's probably better you grant her clemency and not me. Now, I've never been a huge fan of President Obama. Those who follow me on social media know that. It's not because of his skin color at all. I would be okay with every member of Congress or every president or cabinet member being a different skin color than Caucasian, as long as their policies were conservative. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong when they say, oh, well, people don't like Obama because of his skin color. You know, I would be really glad if somebody like Ben Carson or Condoleezza Rice or Nikki Haley or Mia Love or who's another one? Marco Rubio became president. You know, so it's not at all about skin color, it's about policy. But anyways, I think if I was a criminal and I had been granted clemency or been pardoned by President Obama, I would not want to speak out about him being a weak leader, because President Obama just did Chelsea Manning a huge favor, and now she has the guts to speak out and say he was a weak leader. That's awful. That's reprehensible. Excuse me, Chelsea Manning. President Obama just granted you a pardon of your sentence. You're gonna get out of prison in a few months. The only thing you need to say is, thank you, President Obama. I am thankful to the highest exponent that you gave me a pardon. He's going to regret ever pardoning you, Chelsea Manning, because you now are being a jerk and saying he's a weak leader. Now, if he hadn't pardoned you, it might not be so bad if you said that. But you're getting out of prison in a few months only because he put his John Hancock, his signature, his authorization on a bill or a statement or a decree saying that your sentence should be reduced and that you should get out of prison. Chelsea Manning, if you're anything but thankful to President Obama, it's an utter travesty. An utter travesty. You need to be thanking your lucky stars that he considered you as one of the people he wanted to grant a pardon or clemency or whatever it's called to. I don't think he granted you total clemency because you're just getting your sentence reduced. But the fact of the matter is, in a few months, you'll be out of prison, you'll be living your life. Whereas, because you're now ungrateful, you probably should get sentenced, paragraphed, chaptered, or noveled to several more years in prison. Chelsea Manning, be grateful that you are out in a few months, because the very gentleman who just told you you could get out of prison, you are now calling a weak leader. Now, I might say that he's a weak leader too, but he hasn't granted me clemency for anything. That's the difference.